All right, hello and welcome to the introductory video of the He Behind the She. My name is Alex.
I'm Meg.
And the purpose of this channel is to be a resource and provide value to bloggers that are aspiring and struggling by helping you to form a partnership with your spouse or your significant other to achieve far greater success than you can on your own. All right, so we will start with some introductions. Like I said, my name is Alex. I have worked in healthcare for 15 years and healthcare administration for the past 10. And let's see, I enjoy some hobbies. Anything outdoors, family. We have 2 kids, Daisy and Walter, who are 4 and 6 right now. So they keep us very busy.
So I'm Meg. I have been a nurse for 10 years. Recently, I quit my job as a full-time nurse to go into full-time blogging. I started my blog, megforit.com, in 2017, January of 2017, and was kind of serious, but it started off as like a hobby, just something really fun, just a creative outlet, because nursing was really getting me down. And then last year I finally quit and made the transition to just do the blog full time. Alex, he'll tell you a little bit more about his impressions when I first started the blog and started to really dedicate myself to it.
So Megan started January of 2017. I did not get on board until February of 2018?
Yes.
Is when I finally decided to accept that this was going to be a long-term thing.
It was a thing.
And get behind Megan and stop being so negative and start being supportive. So that's kind of the impetus for creating this channel. So we spent 14 months kind of on polar opposites about what a blog was, what the purpose and intent was. Initially I understood it as a creative outlet and a hobby that Megan was passionate about and that she enjoyed doing, but that hobby quickly began to take up a lot of time, a lot of money, traveling, creating content, that kind of thing. And it for me, it was kind of it was adding no value, and it was, I saw it as a waste of time and just added expense.
Yes.
That this hobby was creating this black hole of nothingness in our lives when we're supposed to be, striving to live better lives and have more time for each other. This hobby was taking that away, and that's how I saw it.
And I think that's where a lot of couples or partners really clash and have some issues with bloggers, because it can take up a lot of your time, especially in the beginning when you're really investing in the foundation of like getting readers and gaining followers on social media and all the sort of things that come with it. There's so much of a foundation that you have to build, and it takes up so much time. And if you really want to invest in your business, it takes some money to really build a good website and invest in all the things that you need to. And that's where our conflict started, where one person didn't understand the other person and didn't see the value. I saw so much value, and I had like a long-term goal, and he was like, "Why are you always on your phone?"
Pretty much.
I hope somebody can relate to that.
That sums it up. Why are you always on your phone?
Yes.
Hello.
I'm not just randomly, mindlessly scrolling. It can be anything from like research, video editing, photo editing, just writing down my ideas, engaging with followers and readers. So, yeah.
Those 14 months were pretty miserable in regards to like communication and understanding, and I was very negative and condescending about this hobby.
And it was hurtful. Like, if you are watching this and you are the partner, it was so hurtful and painful to not be validated, because I was putting so much effort and putting so much work into it, and for your partner, especially somebody you like live with, to not be supportive and to call it like dumb or a waste of your time, it was so frustrating.
It's hard to have a passion that is also a job too, because the way I see jobs are tools and free from emotion, and it's a way you make money, and it's not like your heart and soul is not your job. But this truly is your heart and soul and your brainchild.
It's my third child.
Passion, but it's also a job, and it also provides. And seeing that connection was very hard for me, because I'd never seen a job as something that you
enjoy.
Enjoy, but are super passionate about, and can be, check all those boxes. It's always been a means to an end.
Yeah.
Kind of in my mind. So that was hard to get over.
Yeah.
So in building this channel and putting this out there, what we are hoping to do is to be an encouragement to those who are struggling and those who are experiencing that disconnect with your partner. We want to provide helpful content and help to bridge that gap, help you to communicate your vision to your partner, help them to see that there is so much that can be gained from a successful blog, and this can turn into not only a fantastic relationship builder, but a fantastic revenue stream for your family.
So let's talk about when the ship finally turned. When in 2018, in February, when you finally started to realize that this wasn't a dumb hobby that I spent too much time on, it was an actual business.
One, we went to Disney on a pretty epic trip, and two...
But I feel like you can't skip over that. So because of all of my blogging efforts, Disney took notice. They have all their little feelers and sniper ninjas out, and they found my blog, and they emailed me and said, we want to invite you to an exclusive invite-only celebration for bloggers, and you can bring your family.
All right, so I might have downplayed it a little bit. So that was it. That was number one. And number two was we finally sat down and talked about money and the business bank account that we had set up, and there was money in it that
surprise,
money talks, and that was a game changer for me. So on that trip, we connected, as a couple and as business partners, and we began to brainstorm and talk about ideas and dream of what this would look like in the future. So that was the turning point for me.
Yeah, and that was so exciting. It was like...
But I hate that that's what it took. I wish I could see us being so much more successful early on had we partnered up. So I hate for us and for me that it took something that big to get my attention, which is why we're here, and we want to hopefully eliminate some of the wow factor and try to get your attention and learn from our mistakes and learn from our successes without having to trudge through it all the time. And hopefully as a husband and an analytical thinker and an emotionless business mind, that I can help to convey some of the things to your spouse that you are wanting to convey to them, or that you've been unsuccessful conveying to them. This is a real job, and how to take a photo, and just little things like that, and finding their strengths that support your weaknesses, and your strengths that support your partner's weaknesses, and how you integrate what you can both bring to the table to be so much more successful together than you could be alone.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot in communication where the blogger has to communicate what they need from their spouse. I think sometimes we still have a couple of insecurities about this job because it's so fun. It's almost like you feel guilty about it, but sometimes you have to speak up and let your partner know, listen, I need 2 hours alone right now, where I'm going to go somewhere and I just need to work, or I know we said we would leave in 5 minutes, but I have to sit down on my phone and finish this email. Give me 5 minutes. And being honest with your needs is going to be a game changer.
I think maybe you should take some of your own advice on that. Because
that happened just this morning.
This morning, we were trying to get out the door to go for a hike, and you're sitting in here on your phone, and I cooked breakfast, and I'm washing the dishes, and I'm getting the kids dressed, and I feel like you're just sitting on your phone doing absolutely nothing because you're not communicating. But if you would have said, give me 5 minutes, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and then I will help you do everything that we need to do to get out of the house on time,
yes,
I would have been fine with it. So even we struggle with some of the stuff that we are going to be suggesting.
We're not at the destination of this journey. We are not
I don't think you ever arrive.
Yeah, but sure. I feel like we do have some knowledge that we can share and just help people have an easier journey and learn from our mistakes.
And we want this community to be interactive, so we want to be answering your questions. We want in the comments, but also on videos, and providing resources that will help bridge some gaps if you're struggling with a discussion topic with your partner, or you're struggling with something technical with your business. We want to be able to answer those questions and provide resources for that. And some of the hardest conversations, because this is such a hobby, that a hobby, it starts out as a hobby and a passion that turns into a business, that whenever I bring my business mind into it and I say, no, that's a bad idea, that's not going to work, and this is why, or we need to change this, communicating that is so important, because I'm really saying something you're passionate about is not good and not working from a business standpoint.
It's hard. You have to not take offense.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's not your husband
not to take it all personal,
saying that your art is bad. It's, in his case, someone who has business experience giving me sound advice. Your CFO saying
that's a poor business decision.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Megan is the owner of Megfort and makes final decisions and stuff. I feel like we go around and around sometimes, but it is important to understand that at the end of the day, whether it's a good or bad decision, if it's a bad financial decision and she wants to do it because that's what she's passionate about, and then you call it an investment and you have fun with it and run with it.
Learn from it.
Something the Bucket List family said at the conference we were at, Garrett said, or Jessica said, or Garrett said, I can't remember, but they said that they will choose, Garrett will have a song in mind for a video and then build the video around the song, despite the copyright issues and the inability to monetize that video, purely because of the art. And that's, I think their roles are reversed from ours. Like Jessica's like, and I'm like, but you're like, but it's pretty,
but it's art.
So that the struggle is real. So
yes, so there's always a balance, but that's where you have to kind of come together.
All right, let's land this plane. So we are super excited to bring you this resource, to commit to 52 videos over the next 52 weeks, 1 video a week, providing value and helping you build your blog and increase communication with your partner and form that partnership that will take your blog to the next level. Almost guaranteed, if not from a financial standpoint, a relational standpoint.
Yeah.
eliminating tension is always a good thing. So please share this video, subscribe, comment down below if you have any topics you want us to cover early on. We're happy to work those into videos or answer on social media in some way. All of our social media handles will be in the description below. Follow Megan. You'll probably like her stuff more than you'll like my stuff. So
Never know.
thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.